Hi everybody, it's been a while since I've done one of these videos. When I shot my last video, we were actually getting ready to move out of our house, and we moved into a new place, and that requires you to tear everything down and play the waiting game, and then it takes time to get set back up. But as you can probably see from this video, there's been a lot more accomplished on the X-Wing than the last time. So um, the kit's actually going together very well. A lot of it is just my own rework, things that I wasn't happy with. So I would put it together, paint it, and then look at it and go, no, that doesn't look right, or no, I don't like the way that turned out. So a lot of it's on me. I tend to be hypercritical of my work more than I should be, and I have to remind myself that what I'm building is a model of a model, and building on top of that, building a model that the original ILM builders were probably in a hurry to get built and just get it out so it could be filmed and be on screen for 2 seconds and never be seen again. Um, I find myself comparing my work to a lot of work online, or to pictures and books, and building a model like this for me is a real learning curve because I'm an aircraft model builder, and aircraft models are by the book. Um, they're generally clean. They're not dirty. The paint's not chipped up. You look at any airplane, and airplanes generally look pretty good. But these ILM models, they threw all that out at the window. Um, to paraphrase what Yoda said in The Empire Strikes Back, you must unlearn what you have learned. So I've definitely had to unlearn what I've learned in ILM model building versus the real world aircraft model building. But just if you can see some of the stuff, I'm going to just kind of show you some of the things I've added or just kind of enhanced on this Revell kit. I'll pull off the canopy here. I'll remove the pilot. If you look inside the cockpit, I added the actuators for the canopy. They don't actually attach to the canopy. I've just kind of got them running up there for more of the effect than anything else. But when it's all closed up, it actually looks really good. You can actually see it through the clear of the canopy. Another thing I added, if you look closely there at the glare shield, there's kind of a little clear piece there. And you can see it better if I shade it. I'm actually not sure what that's for, but I've been using the VR mission in Battlefront on my PlayStation to get references, and it's in there, and I thought it looked really cool, so I just kind of thought I'd just add it. It's nothing more than a piece of clear styrene cut to shape from the clear canopy piece, and I cut it, made it square, drilled some holes in it, called it good. I can't remember if I showed off R2. R2 needs a little bit of work in this kit because the way Revell molded it, he's got a seam going down across his dome, and that has to be filled and sanded. As you can see, the engines are actually now attached to the model. I just did that yesterday. Finally got to the point where I felt comfortable that I could add the engines to the kit. I just now have to be careful not to knock them off because these aren't attached anymore the way the kit are, and the kit, it's more robust. It actually comes out more curved and straight here, but I cut the engines off and reshaped them, and they're glued back on. And the only thing that's holding them on now is if you look at the base right down here, that's all that's holding them on. It's really important that when you glue pieces back onto a plastic model, if you have painted it, you have to clean the paint off before you glue it on, because the glue does not attach to paint. It doesn't matter if you're using um, like glue made for styrene or super glue. Uh, if you're using super glue, the glue will attach to the paint, and if you break it off, you're going to break off a chunk of paint. If you use styrene glue, like I've got here, I use this stuff, you'll get a gloppy mess. So remove the paint before you glue your plastic parts on, or it's just going to be frustrating. Another thing I did is I wanted to dress up the engine area, and I just added some stuff because it's basically blank. So what you see here, these are actually 50 cal machine guns out of a 32nd scale Hasegawa F86 kit. These tanks that you see right here, these tanks are on the ILM X-Wings, and they're out of the Seaview kit. I don't know if you've priced a Seaview kit lately, but it's pretty pricey. But it's really easy to recreate and scratch build that part. Now granted, if I bought a Seaview kit, it wouldn't work on this model anyway, it'd be too big. So I would have to scratch build them anyway, and that's on all four engine bays, here, and on the other side. I just today repainted this area. The yellow I used I felt was just too bright. There was also some rework. I had to do some rework right here because the gap was just way too big. So I filled and sanded it and reshot the whole area. There's a lot more paint work done on the ship versus the last time I shot a video. The cannons are now pretty much complete. You can see my video where I review these cannons, but they go together really well. I actually figured out a way that I could use the Revell piece with the 3D or the Falcon 3D parts cannon base, and I think it turned out really good. Really good. I'm actually very proud of myself with how well these turned out. Of course, I don't know if you can see it there. I drilled holes in the end of the cannons to replicate where a laser beam would come out. All the 3D Falcon parts, I keep saying that wrong. It's Falcon 3D parts, are just really the best. Now, they don't require a lot of work to put on. I think probably the only thing, if you were to do one of these X-Wings, if you were going to use the cockpit, which is a whole lot better than what you see in this model, there is quite a bit of cutting to do, but if you're willing to do that amount of work, you will get a cockpit that is much better than what Revell provides for in this model. You'll get one that's very accurate, screen accurate. I wouldn't say screen accurate to the ILM model, but screen accurate to what the actors sat in. But overall, I think this is turning out really well. Would I recommend this model kit to somebody wanting to build an X-Wing? I don't know, because when you build it, it's really more of a toy than it is a serious model kit, you do have to do a lot of work to get it looking like something representative to, you know, what you see on the screen or what you have in your mind or what you look at online. You know, if you compare this to the 124 scale studio builds, it's it's really hard to compare them. You're going to make a sizable investment in aftermarket parts, whether it's Falcon 3D parts or 308 bits parts or just scratch building parts. I've scratch built a lot on this model because some of the parts just aren't available as aftermarket, and that's okay. I kind of enjoy scratch building. But there'll be more videos to follow as the progress continues. You know, one of the things that probably stands out is how clean it is right now, and it'll get dirtied up eventually. You know, the engines right now I feel are kind of dark, so those will have to get lightened up. But that's really no big deal. So I hope everyone enjoyed this video. I hope to have another one soon. If you like these lame videos that I do, you know, like it and subscribe to it. I appreciate it. You know, I'm not trying to make any money off this YouTube channel that I've got going. It's just more so just to provide information for somebody who has picked up this model kit and wanting to see videos on it. There's quite a few videos out there on this model kit, so this is just one more to add to it. So until then, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it.